Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today in the sight of God to witness and celebrate the marriage of Vanesa and Bryan. The Apostle John once wrote, "Let us not love with words or tongue, but with actions and in truth. Let us love one another, for love comes from God." Vanesa and Bryan, today you take the step of consecrating the very special relationship that you have been building. In this step, you change forever the direction of your individual life paths. In marriage, two people give themselves freely and openly into the hands of one another, and in doing so, each receives the love and the trust of the other as their most precious gift. But even as that gift is shared by two people who are in love, it also touches their community of family and friends who in various ways support and contribute to this relationship. Those of you here today are part of Vanesa and Bryan's community of family and friends, and each of you has played some part in bringing them to this moment. This community also includes those who cannot be here today, whether by distance or by those who have left us in this life. And we here recognize those unseen ties that bond them to Vanesa and Bryan.
I met Vanesa in 2008 at cross-country practice at SF State. To be honest, I don't even remember how we became best friends. I just remember waking up one day knowing that this crazy girl was going to be in my life forever. I do remember the day you called me and told me Bryan was the one you could live without. She had been waiting her whole life to go to Paris, and she finally got the opportunity a few years ago. So when she came back, I couldn't wait to hear about it. She told me that the museums were interesting, the food was tasty, but something else was missing: Bryan. It was the first time in their relationship that they had been apart, about 3 weeks. She realized in the city of love that she had found hers.
It's a good pair. I like Bryan. He drove to ask for her hand in marriage, drove from San Francisco straight after work or something, and he gave me that story, I was tired. I had to live. Okay, all right. We can set that aside. Comes to our house, spends an hour, talks about Vanesa and his love for her, and it was genuine. And you're going to doubt it. The father, you're going to have some doubts here, okay? You have to start with doubts. You're going to have to melt those doubts for him. And he did. And I said, this is a good kid. Berta, my wife, of course, said the same thing. I like him. And after that, though, it was all done. It's great.
Bryan and Vanesa, as your hands are joined together, let me first speak to Bryan. Bryan, do you take Vanesa to be your wife?
I do.
That being a case, would you repeat these vows after me? I, Bryan, take you, Vanesa, for my wife, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, until death do us part. Vanesa, do you take Bryan to be your husband?
I do.
And so with that, would you repeat these vows after me? I, Vanesa, take you, Bryan, for my husband, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, until death do us part. For as much as Vanesa and Bryan have consented together in holy wedlock and have witnessed the same before God and these witnesses, I thereto have pledged their faithfulness to one another and have pledged the same by giving and receiving each a ring, and by the authority vested upon me by God as his minister and by the laws of the state of California, I pronounce you husband and wife in the name of the Father and of the Son and and of the Holy Spirit. And what God has joined together, let no man ever, ever separate. Bryan and Vanesa, you may now seal your vow with a kiss. Would you both face your family? Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present to you for the very first time as husband and wife, Bryan and Vanesa Logata.